and I'm going to place everything. When we come down to polygon material IDs, I'm going to type in 1 and then hit enter. And you'll see now that it has inherited all of that material ID 1 for every polygon. And that makes it a lot easier to work your way through and then assign specific materials to specific polygons. So there's my eye piece, and I'm going to assign it to material ID 5. And you'll see now that it actually has material ID 5 assigned to it. Now, for the exterior of the eyepiece and for these side designs, and maybe even this design that goes over the top of the helmet or headpiece for our little robot, I'm going to make it all the same material, and in the future I'm going to make it like a brushed metal type material. So I'm going to make that material ID 2, and I'm going to give it a name. We'll rename our ID 5 to, let's call it black glass, and then we'll call this one default. We'll probably rename that later to probably the most dominant material for the whole object will probably be this default material. And the second one here we're going to call brush metal. But you'll notice that the actual material names haven't changed, and it is a good idea to just cut and paste, Control-C, go into the material and then rename it in the material, and then when you come back up the stack you'll see that it's called black glass as well. Do the same here, Control-C and rename it. It's always a good idea to stay organized, because other people will potentially be working on this and they will need to know what these materials are. So let's go ahead and create those brushed metal materials. I'm just going through and selecting those polygons, and you'll see that the polygon selection doesn't come all the way to the edge, and that the reason for that is that the geometry has been created to basically have a little fold in it, and we need to make sure that we get that fold in our selection. So I'm just coming around. You don't necessarily have to do this all in one hit. You could potentially, I could get rid of this selection and come back to just the edge here. And what I'm going to do